What's going on YouTube? Back with another video, 2 weeks in a row. I know, who even am I? I've done more than one YouTube video in about 6 months time, which is fucking wicked. So today is part 2 of the road to the 600-pound deadlift. I'm 6 weeks out from my powerlifting meet at the end of the year, and intensity is starting to ramp up while volume begins to come down. So today, my workout is centered around a 235 kilo single, and then back off work, I've got 4x4 at 215 kilos. Like I said last week, there is an inverse relationship between volume and intensity over the course of a powerlifting prep, and as the weeks go by, we're gonna see that intensity really start to ramp up as my training becomes more and more specific for the competition and the big day ahead of me.
Last night, maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby, we can talk about it. No need to be mad, hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about you.
I know I'm upset sometimes, I know I get drunk some nights, I know I get way too high, I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tense, I know when you've had enough, it's just how I show my love. Daddy, can I live it up with you?
When it comes to warming up for strength training, obviously we want to put ourselves in a position where we can be adequately prepared for our working set without overly fatiguing ourselves along the way. Best way to go about this is by incorporating a pyramid-like structure whereby the heavier weight you lift, the less reps you're performing. So as you can see, over the course of my warm-up, I started off with 1 plate aside for 6 reps, pushed up to 2 plates aside for another 6 reps, before progressing onto 3 plates aside for only 3 reps, and then simply hitting singles at every weight along the way to my working set. What this is doing is physiologically preparing us for that top load without eating too much into fatigue or recovery. From there, we can also practice brilliant habits in the lead up to that top set so that our form and the way that we're moving is exactly as it should be ahead of that working or top set.
Made a mistake last night, maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby, we can talk about it. No need to be mad, hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about your lips. I know I'm a flirt sometimes, I know I get drunk some nights, I know I get way too high, I just wanna live it up with you. I know it might be tense, I know when you've had enough, it's just how I show my love. Darling, can I live it up with you?
Pretty happy with how that top single moved, which means it's now time to move on to my back off work, which is where I'm going to be accumulating the majority of my volume. It's simply not practical to be hitting multiple heavy singles every single week, simply because it's going to take a far greater toll on the body and force recovery to be far more demanding. So what's happening here is, as you can see, I hit that top single at 235, and then I pulled the weight back by 20 kilos to 215 to hit back off work for 4x4. You'll see here some of these reps tend to be a little bit slower off the floor than others, simply because I'm trying to work on my positioning off the floor. At the end of the day, when it comes to performing a really heavy single in comp that might move a little bit more slowly, it's going to pay to make sure that I'm in a great position so that I can use the muscles I need to use as well as I possibly can and grind through a heavy deadlift.
So that is my deadlifting done, which means now I move on to my accessory work. Now my accessory work on today's session mainly focuses around strengthening my posterior chain. So I've got some hamstring dominated work after this, as well as some essentially some shoulder preparation for my bench press session tomorrow. I am currently deadlifting twice a week, but this is my heavy day where I look at accumulating the most volume, whereas my other day during the week tends to be a little bit lighter, focusing more on technique. Enough for the day, onto the easy stuff.
Oh my baby, got me staring at you, so I'm crazy. Watch you bend that back for me. We won't stop, got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, lip locking with you. I know it, you know it, we make it. Crazy. Oh my baby, got me staring at you, so I'm crazy. Watch you bend that back for me. We won't stop, got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, lip locking with you. I know it, you know it, we make it.
End of today's deadlifting session. As I said, I'm about 6 weeks out from my powerlifting meet, which means the next 3 to 4 weeks are only going to involve an increase in training loads, particularly for my deadlift, to make sure that I can try and pull 600 pound plus on the day. Please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Over the next 5 weeks, I'm going to be documenting the rest of this little mini series for you guys. For those that are wondering, I do look like a 12-year-old boy because I am taking part in Movember, so if you would like to donate to a fantastic cause, even if it is only a few dollars, the link is in the description section underneath this video. Don't forget to stay up to date with me on Instagram by following the link down below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next week.